Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I have woken up in a mysterious place. I started to run towards the gates in the front. But there's something familiar. It's almost as if
Played these games before! I said I played these games before!
after running towards the front, a mysterious person opened the elevator and started to talk. Welcome players, your lives, new beginnings. But since people like to skip some cutscenes and I can't read it all for y'all, his talking was short-lived. The first game that we ran into was called Red Light, Green Light. We got in the elevator, started going up or down, don't know which way. After the doors opened on the elevator, we ran to the gates. We waited for them to open. Welcome contestants. To win this game, move when you hear green light. Do not move when you hear red light. The consequences of failure are severe. I then proceeded to run on the green lights and stop at the red lights. But just one tiny movement and I've been shot. A kind person decided to help me make it to the end. And thankfully, we made it. Some people were still pretty behind, but some don't get to make it to the end. People were still throwing sand at each other, pushing, or even kicking. But that's how this game works. After that, people were being shot in the inside of the lobby of the games. Then the frontman said, "Welcome back contestants. A game, precision, and consequences. You were told to move on green light. You were warned not to move in red light." But since people skipped it again, I could not read his messages to you. And some people get pushed in there and shot to death. But I'm smart to not move in there when they're still in there. Then we proceeded to go to the next game. But before we went to the next games, we had to take some pictures. But someone pushed me out the way, so I couldn't take my own picture. So I had to go push him back. Sometimes you just gotta be fair, but sometimes people don't like that. The next game was called, I don't know actually, but it's where you have to cut cookies in order to survive. You gotta cut away from the shape of the cookie that you were given in order to pass into the next game. After getting in the games, the guard pushed me over to give me a little push to pick my cookie. After that, I opened the case for my cookie and I got a triangle, which isn't as bad as some others. Some people got a sack boy, some others got the Mona Lisa. I tried doing it quickly, but I shouldn't have, and I almost failed a triangle, which could have been really sad. Some people have already failed their cookies and have been shot, and some haven't and have lived, like me. I could have died because I was trying to do it quickly, but I figured it out in the end. After going back to the lobby, we were greeted by the front man. He said congratulations, but again, people skipped it, and I couldn't narrate it or read it for you. Then we were trying to get some food, but people are pushing each other just to get the food first. We could have just made a very single file line, but sometimes that doesn't work. So I had to try to get the food myself, which I eventually did end up getting. This food, I got a fork and some kimbap, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Then the lights went off. People then started attacking each other. And I hid because I did not want to die. But then some people tried to attack me. Right, so then I attacked them with my skills. And the person died swiftly, and which I tried to, but I accidentally killed another person maybe. Unless they were already dead, and I hope I didn't. And then I was just trying to kill this guy. He was running away, which then I wanted to kill him even more. But it is just a game, isn't it? But I played these teams before, remember? So I tried to do my best on these last few 30 seconds that remained. After the lights out slaughter, we waited a few seconds to see what would come out the elevator, either the front man or the next game. And it turns out it was the front man. He came out and told us in these games, I'm pretty sure that's where we had to choose, but most people chose hide and seek, which was one of the newer games that were released into this Inc. game. So then a guard was pointing a gun at me. I had to go up and spin for a ball. The color that I got is red, which means I need to hunt down the people with the blue colored balls, which means that I would have to kill in order to pass to the next game, and they would have to hide in order to pass to the next game. We all started running to find the hiders and get a kill. We had to get at least one kill or be eliminated. I was doing my best to try to find the person, running around this maze where anyone could be hiding at any point. If I were a hider, I'd probably go up these stairs and go deep into the maze, which then I decided to do, because why would a hider not go as deep as they can into a little hidey spot? I was walking around trying to see if I could find a person. After looking for a while for a bit, I did end up finding a person, which then I proceeded to eliminate in order for me to pass to the next game. They dropped the key, which I thought I could pick up, but I couldn't. That's probably just for other hiders. I then decided to maybe look for some more hiders and maybe eliminate them before one of the other seekers could get one or get a kill. After that, we then proceeded to the next game. This time, the frontman did not come over to talk to us. I don't know why. I then proceeded to try to encourage some people to go on the glass bridge later on. But for right now, we are waiting for the tutorial to tell us what to do and for the timer to begin. So we waited until they told us the instructions for the game. Begin. One can hold your weight, one cannot. Step wrong and you're gone. So then I decided to throw a banana peel to show people where I thought they should go. One person got brave enough and went. And I was correct. So then I decided to throw bananas where I thought was correct. And I usually got them right. Because I am the best player in the game. Because I have played these games before. But then some tragic happened. I guessed wrong. And they fell to their deaths all the way at the bottom. But I still tried to keep going and show people the correct way, maybe. Because I didn't know which glass was actually correct. But two people were still behind. They seemed very suspicious. Either one of them had the same power as me, called the Trickster, which means they can kick people in this game but not push. And that's exactly what happened. No one fell. But when I kicked, two people fell. So I kind of wish that I did it to them so they fell. But the games were over. Then the frontman came again and he said, uh, that the money has increased to a lot more for how many people have died. Then we continued to vote to see if we move to the next game or not. It was looking like we weren't. But then people voted, and it was yes, we were gonna play another game. The frontman says the votes are in. The majority has chosen to continue. Thank you for your participation in these games. But then something happened. Someone took the gun from one of the masked men. There's still a way out. I just need a weapon. And then I took the weapon from this person. And we started a raid. Or a rebellion, if you will. We then proceeded to wait for the other, I don't know, masked man to come over. And then we shot them. And then we won. And I fell over my own banana, by the way. Which is kind of sad, since I threw it. I then reloaded. And we just waited for the window. Or not the window. The elevator to open up. So we could go to the next place. So far, we were winning. They just kept sending more and more, and we shot more and more. Then we went into the elevator and started running forward, and some were waiting outside. We shot them, and we got them. I shouldn't have been in front though, because I almost died. I should have been more sneaky. But then I almost died because they couldn't hit me around the corner. I then started eating to regain some health. And I forgot to take out my gun. And then
Napoleon, what will we do?